Hey, been a while since we played, huh? To be honest, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14, and more recently Terraria, and before that, other games. So basically, I've been playing a whole bunch of stuff. I finished up my backlog, for example. So yeah, haven't been doing any of these. So today, I wanted to play Banner of the Maid. Maid? I'd be thinking, oh, it's based in France. It's the Maid. Must be the Maid of Orleans or Orlan. I don't speak French, even though I'm Canadian. Not all Canadians speak French, okay? So you're saying, oh, it must be Joan of Arc, 100-Year War. Everybody knows that story, right? Not really. This isn't based on Joan of Arc. In fact, you're playing some random person in the French Revolution, if I remember correctly. And the most important thing is it's a Chinese game. It's probably I played like 2 Chinese games off the top of my head I can ever think of. No, more than that. Maybe more from my childhood, but on top of my head I can think of like 2. In English at least. So let's get started. The only reason I probably paid attention to it was it's the top selling Chinese game on Steam, and it was a big deal. Apparently it has an English version, so may as well give it a try. Officer mode. You can save the game anytime during battles. Retreating causes no penalty. Start the game with a small amount of funds or reputation. This mode is suitable for first time players. General mode. You can save only once in each battle. Retreating causes penalty to your rewards earned. Start the game with no extra funds or reputation. This mode is suitable for players who like challenging gameplay. Story mode. A very easy mode for players who are only interested in storytelling. Yeah, screw that. I'm gonna stick to officer mode because I've read some of the reviews. It said the game is actually pretty difficult. So no need to bite off more than we can chew. Reinforcement. You see, what? It loads too fast. Oops. Graphics aren't too bad. It's the French! No. Night in Varnes. Haystack. X2. God damn it. Summer 1791. Varanus, France. Is this supposed to be this slow? Varanus is not far ahead. Are you sure that the king will be here? I can only hope it's true. Otherwise, the king of France might already be in the territory of another country. Be vigilant, Marquis of Lafayette. If we don't bring the king back, the whole country will shake tomorrow. France can't afford this kind of blow during such a crucial moment. What is the king thinking? Can he just stay put in the palace? I don't know how to read this. Come to Mirabeau. Having just recovered from a serious illness, should just stay in Paris and rest. It was I who provided the intelligence. Of course, I have the responsibility to accompany you. And the troops there, I don't think they're Garde Nationale. The army of the royalists. They must be here to pick up the king. Then I'm counting on you. I'm not experienced in battlefield commanding or leading charges. Our actions tonight will change the fate of France. Marquis de Lafayette, please be sure to find the king and all of his entourage. Don't worry, you better take the time and think about how to persuade the king. Oh, what's that noise? Player face. Oh, so I have to go kill women? The enemy has been alerted not guarding the bridge. Anyway, move to the enemy first. Get close to attack. Show no mercy to the traitors. No mercy?
不要松懈，革命的成败在此一举了。
Why is it in Chinese? Attack. Standard cavalry.
速战速决，冲啊！
Get it done. Charge. Whoa, why do they guns? Well, we have horses, so it helps, yeah.
注意队形，冲锋！
Voices are very distracting. Maybe I should turn it off. There's still one group of enemies left at the entrance of town. I hope the king is still there. No time to waste. Get it done now. Who is he talking to?
还在磨蹭什么？快下命令！
Like, talking to his men or just talking to himself? I think he's just talking to himself.
速战速决，冲啊！ 不要松懈，革命的成败在此一举了。注意队形！
It's really ruining my immersion when they're all speaking Chinese. Then again, when you're playing English, other games, well, at least they have accents, right? Like you meet an NPC from like
速战速决，冲啊！
France, they all have like a weird French accent, right? So the royalists were guarding this carriage. Let's get closer and take a look. The designated area you need to reach are marked as yellow grids. Move to the area to complete your mission. Player face.
还在磨蹭什么？快下命令！
What's heroic? Wait, I have to attack it? Or maybe that's like a living version. Like the message said, it's the carriage that the king took. I'll leave the searching town to you. Let's stay here to guard the carriage. Please try not to cause a disturbance. I will deal with it, but rest assured. Well, madame, please step outside. As I expected, it's her who stayed in the carriage. Surely you know what will happen next, yes? His Majesty is in the town, and Marquis Lafayette will find him soon enough. Please come back to Paris with us. What will happen to our family when we return to Paris? The documents left by His Majesty confirm that he had betrayed the country, and the people will be detained as soon as you arrive in Paris. For France at this moment, betrayal was a delicacy in which friends inside and outside Paris are all eagerly waiting to take their bite. Then what will become of my children? The future of the royal family? Your children will be taken care of. After all, they're from the bloodline of the royal family. In the current situation, their lives can only be held in the hands of others. Alright, please don't make any unnecessary resistance. This is the consequence of the royal family's behavior, and you must take responsibility. Magic? Now, as predicted by the painting, the blue diamond has responded. It seems that you are the person I'm looking for. What do you mean? I'm not here for the king. What I'm looking for is the ability hidden in you. Anyway, what I'm about to say may be confusing to you, but please listen to it carefully and consider it seriously before answering my question. This is not only about you and me, but also about the future of the country. Yelling and commotion can be heard in the distance. It seems the king has been found. There is not much time. Please. Oh wait, that's not. Oh shit! It seems the king has been found. There's not much time. Please listen carefully. At least I think he's an evil guy, right? That's why I gave him such a bad voice. This is the most turbulent moment in my life. I escaped from the gate of death, and my hands hold the key to change the future of the country. That was a legacy that has been passed down for hundreds of years and appeared in many stories and legends. Women who are affected by it are inevitably caught up in torturous fate. I hope this action won't be one of the many remorses in my life. I hope they can become the maids of France that will make the country peaceful and stable. Five years later, outskirts of Toulon, France. So you're saying the king was kidnapped is false? Okay, since she's the leader, I'm not giving her a voice that's gonna hurt my throat, okay? If the public knew the truth, the royal family should have been in prison, or worse. It's just a story I heard while drinking. I'm telling the story because you, my young lady, are too bored on the road. Oh, it's just a story. Speaking of which, I've heard several original similar stories. But the woman who changed the royal family may truly exist. After intervention, there have been many changes to the royal family. Oh, young lady, do you really believe the so-called maid stuff? With the incredible talents, the maids were born to save the country in danger. I'm not sure. This young lady in military uniform claims to be a graduate of the École Militaire. Ever since women were allowed to join the army, the École Militaire received a batch of female students as special testing. The hell's special testing? Young lady, what's your name again? Pauline Bonaparte. You mean like Napoleon Bonaparte? A rare surname. You're not a Parisian, are you? I'm from Corsica. What a coincidence. When I was young, I joined the army and went to Corsica. Speaking of that... Never mind. What topic do you wish to discuss? Wait, am I Mirabeau? Oh god. Joking France. Speaking of that, when I was young, I really couldn't believe a revolution could really happen. 7 years ago, the king summoned the Estates Generals to solve financial problems. That's right, the clergy of the First Estate, the nobility of the Second Estate, and the commoners for the Third Estate. The Estates General intensified the contradiction between the estates, and finally a revolution took place in Paris. The Bastille was stormed and the king compromised, resulting in the legitimization of the current assembly. Well, you're quite familiar with history. Now what do you think of the revolution? I went to Corsica 7 years ago. I didn't know too much about Paris. I learned all of it later in the École Militaire. But in the past few years, although the power of nobility has been weakened, the royal family stood unaffected. Well, the royal family changed their attitude after that, supported the reform of the assembly, and did a lot of unprecedented things. For example, girls like you are enrolled in the École Militaire. That's a policy promoted by the royal family, and they've made good use of the publicity. I know this too, but a soldier should not care too much about the political issues. I can see that you don't care about politics, otherwise you would have known me. Really? Never mind. Speaking of the military. Destination of your travel. Young lady, have you been transferred to Toulon? There's a war going on there, as I know. My older brother is also a soldier, and he's serving in Toulon. I'm here to... take a vacation. In my opinion, now's not the time for military personnel to take a vacation. Domestic rebellions happen from time to time, and the wars with neighboring countries are also ongoing. As you said, as a soldier, it's time to fight for the country on the front line. Well, then why are you... To be honest, I've just experienced a fierce battle recently. While it was said to be a victory according to the final result, well, I can tell it from your medal. Even it's awarded by the royal family as a response to current situation, it must be a considerable degree of military merit. A badge? I don't see no badge. Like a casualty were overwhelmingly heavy, which made me start to doubt whether I'm suitable as a soldier. You came here to talk to your brother about it. Yes, it was also my brother's recommendation that led me to apply to Ecole Militaire. Although he's strange and ambitious to outsiders, he's definitely a qualified soldier. Her face lights up. It's a bit odd to hear such comment from someone's own sister. But speaking of Toulon, it's definitely not a good place for a vacation now. Ongoing battle in Toulon. It's been half a year already, since the traders in the city helped the foreign army to occupy Toulon. The nearby city are affected by war and also in a panic. Alas, people are suffering too much. This war must be ended as soon as possible. However, it is strange that not only neighboring countries, Prussia and Austria, are attacking the city, but also the British. Damn those British. Since the House of Bourbon is here, even if they worry about the impact of the revolution, they shouldn't be rushing to wage war. Even His Majesty supports the assembly to engage in war. It's really abnormal. There may be some unknown power in the back. Are you saying, like, the power of the maids? No, however, not a strange thing for the king to support the war. Although the king has temporarily won the support of the people, the power of the royal family and the nobility are still weakening. If the revolutionist regime is defeated by foreign troops, they will regain power. Do they even know how many people died for this? Too bad. Perhaps I really have chosen the wrong person. Just my personal conjecture. In any case, war is inevitable. Nothing else to say. Glory on the battlefield, defending the country. We joined the army for this. But when we actually stepped into the battlefield, it was totally a different thing. Hundreds of people will either survive or die on the battlefield because of our decisions. How can one take up these responsibilities? That I don't know. I'm not familiar with military affairs. However, you see, whether you're after royal family or after common folk, who can really say if they can dominate on their own fate? And according to my decades of experience, fate often won't give you much choice. What do you think, young lady? In order to not make mistakes, will you let go of the opportunity to change your fate? Surely not. So much for the talk, we're nearly too long. Well, looks like my ride ends here. The person that my brother sent to pick me up should be near. Then I'll bid you farewell. If you happen to visit me in Paris, I'll prepare more interesting stories and some refreshments for you. Thank you, and I have a few words to say to you before I leave. Yes? Your storytelling skills could use some work. Please do hone your speech before we meet next time. Hahaha, this is the first time I had such an audience. This was the first time I saw Pauline Bonaparte. After that, she set foot on the battlefield again. And when we'll meet again in Paris, that's several months later, Cannons of Toulon. Is the guy who's supposed to pick me up still not here yet? I haven't seen Brother Napoleon. Oh, Napoleon's little sister. God damn it. That makes more sense. Okay. I haven't seen Brother Napoleon for more than a year. News of military merits on the front line can be heard from time to time. This area, once downtown, when the war broke out, civilians were evacuated, leaving only a mess here. People just wanted a stable and peaceful life, but they can't get it because of the war. Having said that, how come no one is coming? Did I come to the wrong place? Sounds of incoming bombardment. Artillery! And the distance, it's very close. Sounds of marching. Yes, I know what sounds of marching is. Damn it! It's the enemy fort. They've already advanced this far. I have to find a place to hide immediately. I saw you're a soldier there. Can you just fight them? Then again, you're like one person, right? The clerk. Did that young lady come this way? Did she happen to be Bonaparte's sister? Can you hear me, Mademoiselle Bonaparte? No response. Then I'll have to search this entire area. Who's that blockhead yelling on the street? You might as well lead the enemies to us directly. I guess he must be the one sent by my brother. I can join him and escape from here. Anyway, let me check out the surrounding and find a place where we can meet. The enemy scouts, a group of scattered soldiers. I need to defeat them to reach the intersection in front. In any case, the safety of Mademoiselle Bonaparte must be guaranteed. Alright. There's a chain advantage against other classes among various classes. Your damage and hit chance against target group increases if you are in advantage and decreases your distance. The cleric's chasseur cheval is light cavalry and its advantage against light infantry, but a disadvantage against heavy cavalry. Okay. Can you move? Yeah. Difficulty. There's English, subtitles on, graphics. Voice, yeah, 5 voices. I can't like increase the text speed. Alright, whatever. How does he shoot melee with his rival? There's a battle! Fire! Inspire. Oh. It's a miracle cap of one of our soldiers. They were hit by several bullets. It seems that the front line has expanded to this town. Port is said to not be occupied by British warships. I guess the situation is not very optimistic. I don't know how many soldiers have already been sacrificed on this battlefield. I'll take it with me. If I meet anyone friendly, it's easier for them to recognize me. I'll leave because he broke a military hat. That's not a trophy. But give me a trophy. Battle can be various terrains. Terrains affect the performance of troops. Sometimes obstruct their movement. For example, it's harder to move through puddles in town. Fighting the puddle reduces your chance of dodging enemy attacks. Probably shouldn't like go that far, right? Controls are very hard on controller. This is the English, right? Hit or defeat enemies to increase the morale. When the morale count is full, you can use heroic attack. Command heroic attack increases the damage and hit chance, as well as grant you extra experience. Yeah, I don't need to waste heroic attack right now. This is gonna kill in one hit anyways. I can heroic attack this turn. I'm actually losing. 6 HP. Well, I hope your attack can do 12 HP. HP resembles the organization of a troop. When it reduces 0, that troop will have to retreat. When your troop loses too much HP, you can recover by using the item command. I'm gonna try your attack. How much would it do though? Yeah, 12 HP. Let's fight. Today's victory will be the foundation of a better tomorrow. This is very hard to move. Maybe it's just the Xbox controller. Are you Mademoiselle Bonaparte? Guy who was yelling, his voice is so loud. Excuse me, are you with my brother Napoleon? I'm the subordinate of your brother, Charles Leclerc. Well, just like that he described, Mademoiselle Pauline, you have the temperament that fits this military uniform perfectly. Is that what my brother said? Except Mademoiselle Josephine, you're the one he talked about most. However, the fits the military uniform part is my own opinion. Thank you. There are few people in the military who speaks like you, Mr. Leclerc. Men or women, some people are born to be so. Let's stop talking and standing there and go back to the campfire. There's an enemy line nearby. It'll be dangerous to stay for too long. Sounds of incoming bombardment. Yes, I know that's the sound of bombardment. You don't need to explain to me. This game does a lot of explaining. Look up, Pauline. Oh no, he's dead already. It's the enemy artillery. Retreat now. Leclerc. Well, dead already. That sucks. We barely talked for like 2 minutes and he died. French Camp Toulon. The battle begins in 4 hours. Are you still determined soldier? Are you still the determined soldier that I knew? Is it you, Brother Napoleon? The clerk asked me to bring you a message. That you owe him a big favor. Don't forget to return it later. Monsieur Leclerc, is he alright now? His legs were broken from diving in order to save you. He'll return to Paris to rest tomorrow. If I had paid more attention to my surroundings, I would have noticed that the area had been bombarded once by the enemy. It was my poor judgment that led to Monsieur Leclerc's serious injury. Bad luck happens from time to time on the battlefield. Don't blame yourself. I've heard of your victory on the front line. You won the battle, but with heavy casualties. What? Did you expect to get some good compliments from me? Though the enemy was defeated and I was exceptionally commended, I can't forget the soldier who died in the battle, and I can't praise our victory. Should I really be considered a qualified leader? It was I who brought you to Paris, and it was I who suggested that you enter the École Militaire. Am I doing something wrong? No, it was my own decision to become a soldier. Recall your original intention of joining the army, Pauline. At this very moment, the war is still going on. The commander agreed to my plan not long ago. Tonight, we'll launch a general attack on the enemy's position. Once the fortress is occupied, we can then use cannons to drive the British warship out of Toulon. It's time for this battle to end. Since Leclerc is injured, I'll need another adjutant. Adjutant. What the hell is that word? Adjutant? Adjutant. What say you? Are you coming with me? Make your decision. Indecisive people are unworthy of the battlefield. If you don't want to be a soldier anymore, I will arrange someone to send you back to Koreska. I will stay, brother. Tell me about the battle plan. Good. Then I'll find yourself something to eat first. You can't go to the battlefield with an empty stomach. Come to me when you're ready. Leclerc's injury is my responsibility. I still can't leave the battlefield. Protect the people like us from the anguish of war. It's this reason that we decided to join the army. Who's we? Chapter 2, the Maid of Toulon. Keep firing. The enemy resistance is still very strong. Battle against the enemy position began in the afternoon and continue until the evening. Target of the attack is Fort Mulgrave, the most heavily fortified position of the enemy's defense around Toulon, and also the key point of my brother's plan. Once we occupy this position, our artillery can bombard the British warships with support from the high ground, block the reinforcements, and retreat routes at sea and turn the tide of the battlefield into one fell swoop. That's a lot of explaining. Can't you like do this in another part of the story instead of like a monologue to yourself about the whole entire plan and everything? Like, who are you explaining it to? Yourself? Or to the audience? At the moment, our army has suppressed the enemy artillery, but still haven't gained a decisive advantage. If the situation continues this way... Who's this? Jesus, her boobs are sticking out of her uniform. Bonaparte is turning to a prolonged battle. The power for artillery will be limited if we hold until nighttime. This is the Rose de Beaumont, the artillery commander who's supporting my brother's offensive. Her name alone indicates that she's a noble, which is quite rare in the revolutionist-dominated army. Most aristocrats' officers have been replaced by the revolutionists. If you continue to serve in the army due to the influence of the Queen, Rose de Beaumont is the most distinguished among them. Speaking of legend of the Maid, been taboo for the past hundreds of years, as it's always related to witches and heresy. Recently, there has been positive rumors spreading in the country, precisely because the performance of General Rose de Beaumont is on the battlefield, the publicity of the royal family. The remaining shells are sufficient for 3 or 4 rounds of artillery. Time to make a decision. Rose de Beaumont, pay attention to the tone of your voice. This is not the era where you nobles can criticize the boss around people in the army. Your responsibility is to coordinate the artillery without issuing combat orders. This man is the Huber Mondego, the supervising adjutant sent by the general. There are many rumors about him in the army. His former superiors have all become big shots, so he's been rapidly promoted in the army. Officers who haven't received formal training like him aren't uncommon nowadays. Yeah, he looks evil. He's gonna betray us. Commander Bonaparte surely has his plan. Your reminder is unnecessary. Are you trying to take credit for his work with your so-called instinct of the maid? Just speaking as a common soldier. Indeed, we don't have enough ammunition or enough time. It's now or never. Concentrate all the shells and launch the final bombardment on the enemy position. I'll lead the infantry charge. We must seize the opportunity to occupy the battery. God damn, this is a lot of text. When do we actually get some combat? Pauline throws me. As for Monsieur Mondego, do you want to participate in charge with us? About that, I caught a cold on the way here, so I'm not in condition for the trip. You son of a bitch. Then you'll be commanding the artillery support. I've already issued the plan to the subordinate. All you need to do is fire as planned. Well, the bombarding is crucial to the offense, so I will see to it personally. Troops are ready and waiting for the orders, sir. Rainy day combat is extremely tough. The most important thing is to inspire the soldiers' courage. Support your ability to use Pauline. Let me know if you need my support anytime, Pauline. Understood. Get ready for the first round of bombardment. Fire! Brace yourself. Forward the fierce bombardment from the enemy. Hold the line. Always hold Fort Mulgrave. Victory is ours. That's a lot of soldiers. How do I get past this? A dodge challenge troops both friendly units and enemy units will be decreased in terrain. Ah, that's fun. Units marked with ally are temporary friendly troops of our side. You won't earn EXP from battles. Units marked with calm are friendly troops that act on their own. Try your best to defeat enemy Pauline herself to maximize EXP earned. Alright, 1 second. I need to... the hell? Huh. Okay, this don't know what the hell. Stupid settings. Okay. Alright, that's just OBS issues. Now back to the game. Do I just charge in? That seems like a really stupid thing to do, right? There's save button. Yes. You save. Battle report. Oh. I'm level 1. Yeah. Really? I just charge in? Okay. Get ready, fire! I can move twice in here? Holy shit, he's strong. Oh, she's ranged. And now to steal the EXP. Okay, let's go. Keep firing. Take aim, attack. Reorganization. They're not gonna move. It's pretty simple then. Pay attention to the target areas. Fire faster. Damn it, the enemy has already rushed the position. Who's that man with messy hair? Who is the young lady? Could she be just like Lady Wellesley? There's more than one maid, and there's maids in English Empire? British Empire? Not bad. The bombardment is going well. The rules arrangements are trustworthy. However, our enemy is very tenacious. Pauline, can you still hold on? Time is running out. Go out and break through the enemy's defense. My ability, I can maximize the courage of soldiers and strengthen the combatant effectiveness. Although I only get one shot in the moment. Now is the most critical time of the battlefield. Understood. Pauline's inspiration command will increase damage done in a short period. Use your command skill, you cannot cancel your move. Will issue an order of attack or wait to finish your actions. Can't even reach the enemy. Wait then. Okay, this is rough. I'll say that. The last round attack. Fire! Position. It's almost lost. It was exactly like what Lady Wellesley said. The French would become our greatest threat. Eagle von Corsica will ignite the fire of war that will sweep across the continent. Am I the eagle? Or is Napoleon the eagle? Can I just shoot him from across here? Because he's blocking my way, it sucks. Yeah. Good. Can't attack and then move. That's annoying. Oh! Alright, he's getting out of there. Alright, get out. Bye. Can. Eh, pretty strong. Oh no, you have to step on the square at that point. We did it! Unbelievable. Although you're just temporarily taking command, fought with such bravery. It's impressive, as your brother said. You're overpraising me. Seems to be my ability or something. Make the soldiers become... In comparison, the targeting and timing of the cannons under your command will be impeccable. It's rumored that you know every detail of terrain no matter where you're fighting. It seems that is no exaggeration. Don't say that. This is all thanks to Mr. Herbert's strategic commanding, right? Hahaha, you're totally the same as State said. But everyone thought that the maid of the royal family was a cold-hearted and grim person. Ropes. The situation on the other fronts are still unclear. Tell the artillery to catch up quickly and attack the British warships. The port. Understood. Soldiers, ready the cannons. Your Excellency, is the bombarding of the French. It seems Fort Mulgrave have fallen. We should retreat as soon as possible before they block the port. Aye aye, ma'am. It should be sufficient to force those stubborn old men to make up their mind the way you were against France. The status quo of this country is a group of beasts fighting each other, and the one that survives will be the fiercest one yet. We should take the opportunity to defeat them now. However, this is not something for me to decide. Anyways, I should return home for some long-term discussions. That's the enemy maid. Jesus, the size of the boobs. Well, our first victory. Combat turn 1, turn 7, MTV 20. Trophies looted to 0. I see you're here, Pauline. Well, I can see the whole view of Toulon from here. Take a good look. This is the city we've liberated. Brother, how can you be so determined to implement a battle plan like this? In order to contain the enemy outside the city, our allied forces have been fighting very hard. Even so, we might not have enough time to occupy Fort Mulgrave. You're right. We were lucky to succeed in the end. Perhaps we should thank God for helping us. I for one, can't make such a decision. Of not being able to win the battle while soldiers fight with your lives. Maybe I'm not qualified commander after all. Pauline, you know what's more painful than a soldier's death? More painful? To let them die in vain under the command of an incompetent general. This is happening every day in the war. I believe that I'm the best choice. okay there, yeah. I guess so. I believe I'm the best choice that soldier could possibly have, so I never hesitate making decisions. But if I could come up with better plans... Pauline, did the instructor of the École Militaire not tell you? The talents of soldiers must be honed on the battlefield in order for them to blossom. Before that day, the soldier who died under your command, or the responsibility there. You remember our snowball fights back in Corsica. You won 35 times, I won 20 times. You have snatched 20 victories from the best soldier in France. Give yourself some credit. Brother, so much for the gossip. I have to prepare my personal report for Paris. Otherwise, God knows where we're sick. With this victory, the big shots in Paris will finally make up their mind and give me a chance to make a big difference. Remember to come and help me by then, Pauline. He becomes king afterwards, right? Probably. At least in the real story he does. Understood. After the British warship withdrew, remaining forces on the land were quickly annihilated, and the flames of victory burned in the city of Toulon. However, the war is not over. Starting for Toulon, the conflict between France and all of Europe had become much more intense. All this started the revolution that took place in Paris a few years ago. Nowadays, the French royal family survives under the influence of a woman, which made Paris the stage of order, chaos intertwined. Prelude, Maid of Toulon, finished. Alright, refilling water. Game is a surprising amount of text. 2 months later, Paris, France. Also on bustle of the streets. Paris is the same city that is so lively even inside. Why is she always holding the handkerchief? Malmaison Cafe. According to the map, I'm in the right place. I don't see any signboards named nearby. After the siege of Toulon, my brother got an exceptional promotion because of his military exploits and the revolutionist recommendation. I'm also invited to Paris by the royal family to receive my award. My brother asked me to find a cafe ran by a woman named Josephine. Lived there for the time being. Oh, Josephine, the wife that Napoleon divorced, or she divorced him later on? Okay. We all heard that your husband had already been executed on the guillotine. No one can protect you here. That's right. Drive about. This used to be our home. That doesn't look like an ordinary quarrel. Mature woman. That's a matter of years ago. You have so much spare time to rest me. Why don't you go back and find a proper job? And don't blame me if I have to remind you that I have several old friends in the guards of Paris. Don't believe her nonsense. Those people have been locked in prison with their husband long ago. Get out here, you serpent. This is getting ugly. This must be the Malmaison Cafe. Are you Madame the Beauharnais? Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte should have written about my visit. Napoleon? You must be. Stop wasting time, Marie. Someone help me and throw her out. Hey, you. Don't do anything stupid. Rose on the street looking for trouble. Think that a fight is inevitable. waves her sword. Stop it now. Are you people not ashamed of bullying an Asian woman? Asian woman? You don't just call a mature lady an Asian woman. An Asian woman? Ouch, who is this young lady? Wait, she seems to be wearing a military uniform. That said, you must be Pauline Bonaparte. Too bad you're sending this. Go with me to the cafe now. What did you say? Pauline Bonaparte? It's the Maid of Toulon. Damn it, what troubles have you gotten us to? I'm done with it. Hey, old man, you better watch it. Fortunately, my mother taught me how to fight back in Corsica. Also my swordsmanship, which was taught by instructor Dion. But the Maid of Toulon? What are you talking about? They must be hired by nearby gangs to make trouble. After all, my salon got a lot of business wisdom when it was booming. Ravi de vous... Why? Why would you do this? I don't understand. My brother should have mentioned it in his letter. I apologize for bothering you by living here during my stay in Paris. Just call me Josephine. So you're Napoleon's sister. Excuse me. My brother clearly said it was a stylish, magnificent place. Why is it so run down? Jesus, calm down. Can't just say that. Run down. Yeah, Pauline's pretty direct, but that's good. I like that. Young lady, I didn't promise anyone to let you live here now, did I? What do you mean? It seems that you still don't know it, that your story has spread all over Paris. The flower of the battlefield that bloomed in Toulon, and the maid of France that equal to Rose Beaumont. Something like that. Oh, what? What's going on here? Obviously, I didn't. In short, you're already a star in Paris. If you live here, maybe you'll bring some unexpected trouble. Lass, it's okay to lend you a room here, but you have to help me out. Oh, of course, anything I can do. Then join my club the Malamisons and be my adjuvant. What? Yes, what? It's a small organization that I gathered by hosting the salon here. It's quite popular in the past. Although, as you can see, after my ex-husband died, it was gradually deserted. I'm not the kind of person who gives up easily. However, to make a comeback, I need someone to help. I'm sorry, I can't stay in Paris for too long. I don't know much about social... You know, that you don't have to worry about. The rising stars in the army, just like you, are the best political slime board. Just like the Jacobins soliciting your brother. If you keep earning military merits on the battlefield, there will be people who are willing to worship you, and the influence of our faction is guaranteed. I should make it a better voice. When you come back to Paris, you have to occasionally deal with commissions when you're tasked with by the big shot, and everything will go smooth. And keeping in a good relationship with other factions will also benefit you in various ways. Your brother's promotion is a good example of this. Of course, with your current fame, you can also pledge your service to the big shots or simply declare loyalty to the royal family. Then I'll stay with you. If you need any help with anything, please don't hesitate to tell me. Are you sure you want to stay in such a small place? Of course, my brother said that you're a reliable person. Moreover, I want to gain a foothold in the army with my own skills. Good for you. However, if you want to help, you know the rules of etiquette for social occasions? Well, in short, always strike first, a decisive attack. Our brother taught me. Oh, you two are truly brother and sister. Well then, there's room available upstairs. It used to be my husband's room. He'll live there for the time being. What? It's already quite late today. Go get some rest. The location Malmeisen's alarm has been unlocked. The factory Malmeisen's have been unlocked. On the second floor of the Malmeisen Cafe, listening to the sound of the carriages that occasionally pass by the window, I recall my life at the École Militaire. According to Josephine's introduction, Paris has changed a lot compared to the days when I was in the École Militaire. The Feuillants, led by Commander-in-Chief of the Army, Marquis de Lafayette, and the implementing constitutional monarchy, now the main authority. The King's declaration of supporting the revolution has won over many supporters of the royal family among the common folk and the nobles outside of Paris. Thus, their political views match the voices of the people. The prestige of the Jacobins is rising. My brother is among them too. The situation continues to change. All factions are trying to win the support of the Parisian citizens. I couldn't help but think of the classmates I had in the École Militaire. Eugene, Cosette, Charlotte. Wonder how they're doing now. I met them, said farewell, and went to the battlefield. I witnessed the soldiers die under my banner. I tasted victory and pain. I thought about giving up my identity of being a soldier. But eventually, I stayed, not only because of the persuasion of my brother and the others, but also because of my own pursuit. When I'm on the battlefield, I have a special ability to inspire soldiers' courage and motivate them to move forward. As if I can naturally win their trust, but I still don't know where this ability comes from. And because of this, I can't take the responsibility of the commander as decisively as my brother. There are still a few days before the banquet held by the royal family. Until then, what should I do with my free time in Paris? What? Save? Play with Wildcats and relax? What? Can I do all of them or just one? Alright, let's try Wildcats. Why not? I tried to make friends with wild black cats near the salon. Although the results on their idea became more agile than before. Aline has acquired a new skill. Speed. What? Dodge. Huh. It's completely random. A few days later, in the Malmeisen salon, you can take the side quests and view information such as gallery and career achievements. Very influence of Malmeisen, not high enough to provide side quests for you. Try to attract the attention of other factions first. Go to Josephine and find out what you want to do now. Okay?